So that's it. My video is too long. I'm out. That's the update. That's what's going on the homestead up here, down here. And I'm gonna give you a shalom. That's me with no coffee, no toothbrushing, no shower. Just wake up and walking. Crusty and dusty. And I haven't even combed my hair. I gotta comb my hair. I think I'm losing a little hair. What you think? How would I look with half a bald head? My afro's still intact though. So, yeah, man. I'm still at it. I'm working hard and still staying focused on what I'm doing. Real economics, real holdings. I'm holding some real shit here. I'm actually holding it, even though it's be a struggle sometimes. My last year was probably my hardest year. I should freshen up and make a video about last year. Last year was a rough year. I got out of the trucking business, and that was dramatic for me because that was a huge change in finances. And with that, I fell behind on some stuff, lost my license for 8 to 9 months, rode on a bike for 8 months, was reduced to one mediocre job. I should be careful when I say that, but that job saved my ass. But it was a small job compared to what I was doing before. But through all of that, I stayed focused on this and maintained it. You know, kept my chickens. I didn't kill my chickens. Is that a hawk? That's a hawk. I didn't kill my chickens. I didn't give up totally my crops. I didn't let it turn into a total weed garden. I didn't let all of the kudzu and stuff that I cut back grow back. And I still, this spring, managed to get my seeds in the ground and proliferate a little bit. I still managed to, I stopped building. My building ceased because building takes revenue, and I was just holding. I wasn't generating enough to build, but I did maintain my ground. Yeah, I think I got a visitor coming. I maintained, but that year is over. The spring is here, it's been popped, and I see the difference now. I got my license back. I'm back generating a little more, enough to get back to finishing my builds. Because I still got, I built the tiny house, but I haven't finished it. I got to finish the tiny house. Like even like the soffit and the fascia and the stuff to make it pretty. I haven't even finished. Like this is just one coat of paint. Like I haven't even finished painting the tiny house. The interior walls I haven't done. There's supposed to be a deck out here, with a real. This is like a bath I got from my neighbor, but then make that into a hot tub. That's another story. But a real deck out here with a real amenities. And I'm back to the point now where I can start back building. So what I had to pause, take a break, reduce my size fast, basically, from a lot of stuff, including money and amenities, bikes. Traveling. I was on travel restrictions, so I had a rough year last year. And it's over. It's 2020. I don't know if you can see. I think this is part of my rough year. my my afro is my afro is It's showing. It's showing. My forehead is showing more. But it's over, and it's over. That's all I can tell you. You know, y'all having this pandemic, and we opposites. So if my opposite is struggling, then usually I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, um, it's over. I've learned a lot of stuff. I've I got through it. That's all I can say. It was rough. That's that transition I was talking about. I think one time I was talking about what the hell is that? I was talking about I don't know what that was. I was talking about transition, and people thought I was. That's when I was really going through it. In the beginning of last year, I was talking about transition. I got time. I was talking about transition, and people was like, "Man, you look really sad, look rough." And I videotaped some of it because people are always putting out there, like, people love tiny houses. Like, this is a tiny house. Like, I didn't love tiny houses. I just built it out of necessity. People love certain things that's posted on social media and media. You know what I'm saying? And they presented like all this cute stuff, and they'll say give you something like how they lost weight or they did this and they did that, but they don't show you the reality side of it. Like, they don't show you the real struggle. Like, they don't show you, like, I got in shape, but man, I hurt for 6 weeks. Like, I couldn't sleep through. They don't show you the pain. You got to see the pain part. So I decided sharing some of what I'm doing to show like the whole thing. Like, all of it ain't pretty. The roosters crow all goddamn day. I don't look pretty. My house don't look pretty. So I'm showing you from the start to finish um, some of the processes that a lot of people don't show in media. Now, I'm not doing media. I'm doing reality. This ain't a reality show. It's reality. So I'm showing some of the stuff. So some people was like, "Man, you look sad. Oh, you know." I think one person even said I look like I was gonna kill myself. Not. I may be a killer, but I ain't killing myself. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you go down first, not me. But I just, yeah, I decided to show like the whole process, raw and uncut. That's why you see some of the stuff. You see some parts. You see house not clean. You see, because sometimes I'm not gonna lie, like, that may become reality if you struggling to make a transition. Um, it's only 24 hours in a day, and it's only so much you can do. If you're gonna make a change, sometimes you may have to turn off some stuff for a little while. Don't make it a habit. And you may have to let go of some things for a little while. You may have to let go of some amenities. You may have to let go of some relationships. You may have to let go of some what people got ideals. You may have to take criticism to get through and do what the Most High God is asking you to do. It's written all in the Bible. And some of y'all is being told to do some stuff, just like I've been told to do some stuff, and you ain't doing it. And I'm trying to tell you, man, who's telling you to do it is who you should listen to, and not the general public, and not your friends, and not social media, and not who you think you should listen to. There's somebody talking to you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes there's somebody else talking to you, and you need to you need to cipher, figure out who's who, because there's left side and there's the right side, and there's angels and demons, and they talk to you. You need to cipher. You need to figure out who's who, and you need to go to town. Make sure I'm still on. You need to go to town, um, and you need to start working for the right people. You need to start listening to the right sides of your brain. You need to get inside deeper and be able to work both sides of your brain. You know what I'm saying? So you can be a vegan and you can shoot squirrels and rabbits and chipmunks. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to know defense and offense. Like you need to know doing without and gathering. You know what I'm saying? You need to, you know what I'm saying? You need to know how to, get your rest and do your workouts. Like some of y'all they got your brain, where you segment it and you can only one work side of your brain and you know, it's okay to go visit them sides, but don't get stuck there because we need full, centered, balance. You know what I'm saying? And this is probably like horrible angles. I am not a videographer. And I look real rough this morning. I haven't had my coffee. My coffee is brewing. But you get what I'm saying. So some of y'all is being told to do some stuff and you're not doing it. And it's time to do it. It's been time to do it. But some stuff is if the things that's going on haven't alerted you to do it, let me give you an example with me. I've been putting off getting a firearm. After what happened this spring, I went and got my firearm. Legally. Trust me. And I've been getting proficient with my air gun. I'm pretty much proficient with the firearm I got. I just need to go zero it and get it together. That was something I was avoiding. For whatever reason, I was thinking, maybe I'm too violent. Maybe it's time to get the firearm. The book tells you you're supposed to keep a sword. That's the modern day sword. I've been avoiding that. The stuff that's going on woke me up to you. Look, it's time for you to stay armed. Before you know it, it's gonna be one in my back pocket at all times. I got to get that too. But yeah, because I was keeping a knife or a sword. I'm gonna get the modern day sword. That's what I'm saying. I need to get centered, get balanced, left and right. So you see me going through my rough stages, right? You watching it. Am I still on? I'm still on. That's cool. I got time. You watching it. Go through my rough stages. I know because I done went through this stuff with my other little businesses. You got a span where it gets rough and you got to get through it, but you got to stay focused. So you see some stuff that look rough. Just hang out for a minute and you'll see the other side of it. You'll see some finished products. So you see some rough stuff, but that's what happens when you transition. It's only 24 hours in a day. It's only so much you can do. You got to make a decision if you're going to get some stuff done that you need to do, or you're going to try and do all the other stuff you used to do. If you're doing something different, new, you can't keep doing the same shit you was doing because the same shit you was doing is what you got now. Like you're going to have to change some shit. Some stuff's going to have to suffer, I still brush my teeth diligently. That's something I'm not giving up because toothaches are a motherfucker. I take care, but there's some stuff I've let kind of drop down to the wayside. Some stuff looks rough, but it's temporary. I guarantee you. You know what I'm saying? It's temporary. Man, I can smell that coffee. You got to go through it because what you transitioning out of is a false reality. You coming into a real reality. You've been given these ideals, this line of credit, and the Lord's calling you to be out of credit, out of debt. And this stuff I'm talking about and I'm doing is all about debt free, which is about freedom and autonomy, is what the Lord always wants you to have. It's time to do it though now. and the system don't want you to do it. The system, you know what I'm saying? Look, you know what I'm saying? We need to be about us. Hebrews, Negro, black man, black woman. You know, I'm not gonna name the other tribes because I'm Judah first. You know, because if you ask me, from what I see, Judah is the only tribe that ain't even got no established land or no money with his face on it. He is the true Jew. Like, you the only people that ain't got nothing. You stuck here. So you need to get resources. Judah first. I'm feeding Judah first. I love the other tribes. Judah, when I talk about Judah, I'm talking about what you call African American Negro. I'm feeding them first. Judah first. Because we going to rule the planet. And if you don't treat yourself like what you're going to be, which is the head priest, I mean, get with the program. Because the program's running. So some of y'all have been told to do some stuff. You've been told to do some stuff. It's time to do it. That's all I can say. It's time to do it. Even me on this camera. Like, this is something I was not very interested in getting on the camera. Really, not at all. I know I look funny, and I don't even know which side is my good side. I ain't got no cameraman. I don't do no editing. I make the most horrible. If you watch my videos, like, it's truly spiritual. I know it is. If you've gotten this far and you listening to this, I'm talking to you. Really. Because most people don't even watch these videos. I know it. I look at the views. I don't give, you know what I'm saying? That's not why I'm making the videos. I'm not doing it, you know. I really didn't. I wasn't interested in making videos, but I was pushed to make these videos. It's some people that these videos is for. You know what I'm saying? But you've been told to do something, and it's time to do it. You need to listen to the right side of the brain, you know what I'm saying? And not just the right side. You need to come to center and be able to work both sides. Because, yeah, people always talk about, oh, yeah, King James, you know, transliterate the Bible, and he got the book of demons. That's the right and left side of the brain. The Hebrews always knew about both of them. We rule both. You know what I'm saying? The left side come for you when you out here in your dirt. So you don't want to stop sinning. You know, you think everything you do is cool. The left side's coming for you, bro. Sis. The left side's coming. You got the left and the right hand. They both work for the Most High God. They all work for the power. There's nothing that don't work for the power. You know what I'm saying? Whether you look like this or you look like Egypt with your fresh cuts and your suspicious, you know, emasculated look. However you want to get down, it all works for the power. There's nothing without the power. You know, whether you transmitting from the sun or you dealing with gravity, it all works for the power. And I'm gonna stop right there because I'm finna start getting you know, not spooky, but I don't want to go into outer space. So I'm finna have me some coffee. Start my real day. I done weeded, seeded, and even done a little pest control, which is part of the weed and seed situation. I post some pictures and people be like, oh, that's so, you know, I thought you didn't eat meat. I didn't for a while. I went into that side. I ate meat I went into that side. You know what I'm saying? I'm that Negro. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm all of it. So, I weeded, seeded, then pest control. I'm finna start my morning. Still got to do my little slavery. But last year was rough. It's over this spring when this thing popped off. And then the roughness ain't over. Roughness is part of life. But my transition was rough. Your transition gonna be rough. But I suggest that you do it voluntarily. Don't be transitioning. Don't get forced. You get forced, you gonna transition. You're going to transition. It's going to be rough because you're coming out of something that you've been on a tit and you don't know how poor you are, but you also don't know how rich you are. So transition out of the poverty. The richness is in here, and it's in here, and it's written into the DNA and the genetics and the makeup of creation. It's written into it. You just coming out of your servitude, and the transition you being born again. It's birth is painful. It's gonna be rough. So I suggest that you voluntarily do it. It's like, you exercise. So when you go do hard work, you just don't break your bones and tear your muscles. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You're gonna transition or you're gonna burn. It's happening. So volunteer. You know, don't be a citizen. Be a soldier. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all soldiers, man. And y'all ain't never joined this certain military, but you soldiers. You know who you are. So volunteer. If you're special, be special. If you, just a corporal, be a corporal, but volunteer if you can, because you're going through it. And the transition is going to be a little rough, but keep watching because here comes the leveling out and the build. You got to build the foundation. You got to dig a hole. You got to put the foundation. That's hard. Then you get to level out, then you build, and then you get to finish. The finished product. You know what I'm saying? The swagger. You know what I'm saying? It's coming, man. So you watch some of the roughness. If you watch any of these videos, you see me, you watching me where I just had a floor sitting there. Now you see a house with one coat of crappy paint. That's just the covering. And you'll see it when it's a beautiful thing. 'Cause this place is beautiful. I'm telling you, this place, it's in here, how it's going to be. And I showed you the plans. It's a pretty little place. It is. It really is. And you're going to see it. You see, the wood piles and stuff. And you see this shed and all of that's going to get taken care of and finished. You saw this place where there was kudzu. If you stand over here with me, you was waist high in kudzu over here. Like the kudzu was out to the street. Like if you watch some of my old videos, you've seen that. And now you see these look like garden beds. This is becoming a strawberry patch, a berry patch. You got blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, and a 20 by 20 or 20 by 10, whatever it is, patch. A fig tree. I can't remember the name of that tree. A couple fig trees. They fruiting. Fig trees are fruiting. You know what I'm saying? You saw me struggling with the fig tree where the fig trees wasn't doing nothing. I was like, man, the fig tree ain't growing. Like, I don't know what to do. You going to see the struggle, and then you're going to see the finished product. We coming into 2020. The 400 years is up. Trump announced last year, 2019, 400 years is up. Why are they having pandemics and fires and hell and wars? I'll tell you why. Because they got God's people. And the 400 years is up. And they ain't really let us go. You know what I'm saying? So they can do what they want to do. But we going to do what we got to do. And he going to do what he got to do. They ain't really let us go. They ain't supposed to let us go. The 400 years is up. Trump announced it. Trump ain't stupid. Trump is, he's in this reason for a reason. The smartest men play dumb. You know what I'm saying? People think I'm stupid. They know better. They ain't let us go. If they were smart, what they would do with us is what they did with the so-called Jews. They called Jews in Israel after World War II. They ain't did nothing like that. I mean, if they were smart, if they wanted to have some more peace until Christ come back, you know what I'm saying? If they wanted to keep their stuff, if they were smart as they think they are, they would gave us land and this long video. I'm letting it out, man. They will gave us land and did us how they did. They would have told somebody, move over. You need to make room for the Jews. We're done. They had a contract to have us. They was allowed. Read the Bible. Oh, God wouldn't. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He put you in punishment. But the punishment is over. Now it's coming to wrath. So if you've been in the punishment, you've been here for a couple generations. You've probably been in slavery a couple times. You was probably in slavery. You was probably on the ship. If you didn't jump and get eaten by sharks, you know what I'm saying? You was probably, if you here, you was probably on the ship. You was on the ship. Your daddy was on the ship. That was you. Your great-great-granddaddy. Read the Bible. You probably got whipped a few times. You probably tried to run away. You probably did run away. Some of y'all didn't make it. Some of y'all got ate up by people. Your balls cut off. You got beat. You got burned. You know what I'm saying? But you made it. You here. You served your time. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so weak for weed and pussy and dick and food and lust and your fucking ego. Don't be so weak, because you're trying to be high, trying to get through. You strong, because if you here and you living, you serve through all of that. You just don't know it. The Bible tells you so you can know it. It said this for your learning. So that means you made it through all that shit. Oh, I couldn't do it. You did it. You did it. You made it through all that shit and you here. So if you here, tighten up. Tighten up, get it together. Learn what the sin is and put the shit down, because the Lord of hosts is coming and his son's coming and you his son. And your father is not playing with you. If you got a father, fathers don't play. Some of y'all ain't had no fathers, so y'all don't know this. That's why I'm here to tell you. Fathers don't play, man. They rather kill you than dishonor the family, because they know it's more going to come from that. There's more in the sack, homie. You know what I'm saying? Because we looking at the long-term goals. So you got to give up some of the short-term stuff to get to the long-term stuff. Are we still in? We still in. We checking in. You gotta, and I always say I ain't gonna preach, but I'm kind of preaching this morning, and I am. So you here, you made it. This is not a rant. This is not a random video. This is some well thought, well read stuff I'm saying. I'm not flabbering. I am not quoting scripture. True. But if you've been reading the scripture, you know what I'm talking about. If you've been studying it all, you know what I'm talking about. You've been here. You made it. You here. Let's get it. Let's get the kingdom. Because that's what's coming. Either you getting on board or you getting put down. This is what it is. I know you want to do all this different stuff. And, you want to say, oh, God knows my heart. He does. That's why he's going to extinguish it if you don't get your shit in shape. Get it together. Let's go. Shalom. Let's go. Let's go, y'all. Because you've been told to do some shit and you're not doing it. And you know who you are. You just like me. So, some of y'all not being told to do some shit. Some of y'all, is meant to be burnt up with this place. I feel sorry for you, like I feel about, the squirrel, the raccoon, or anything else that's threatening the kingdom. I mean, because you just a threat. You the reason why we went through hell in the first place. If you're not willing to change, because the reason to take you through hell is that you change your heart. You say we want to change heart. So if you ain't go change, you'll take us through another hell and more hell and more hell. I don't feel sorry for you. But you that's going to change and you're going to help build a kingdom, start now. Please, start now. I'm not, I don't think I'm a fisher. I can fish. But I'm waiting on the hunting. This is my attempt at fishing right here. I'm telling you that the hunting is coming. The fishermen been out here, man. 50 years? 50 years the fishermen been out here. They've been fishing. Oh, they've been fishing, man. God bless them, man. God bless them all, man. But the hunters are waiting. I talk to them all the time. You feel me? So when I don't know, but you know, no man knows. We don't know, but the signs are here. Look at the moon. Look at the shit around you. I mean, if goddamn constant velocity didn't wake you up, um I don't know. I mean, this has been a lot of shit been woke me up, but your lust and what you think you need. That's why fasting is great. Sometimes you do without stuff. What you think you need, you learn to be a little higher than that. You living down here. You gotta. That's here. Trust me, that's here. Your lower chakras in place. You need them, but you need to learn to use all of them. You know what I'm saying? And even the crown, the one outside the head. You got to learn how to use all of that's balance. You know what I'm saying? Because to tell you, the first Adam was a man. The last Adam is going to be a quickening spirit. We're evolving. That's what it's telling you. So that's the plan. Like we got to come on up. We got to come on through this. Let's live life like it's supposed to live, and you can enjoy. It's some stuff you can do. You can enjoy your life. You don't have to be miserable. Being who you are doesn't isn't like what the so-called churches showed you of misery. And you can have sex, you can drink liquor, you just can't get drunk. You can't smoke weed, you can't be a drug addict, you can't murder. You can kill, you can't murder. It's got to be ordained. It's got to be a rhyme or reason for it. You get what I'm saying? You can't be all about yourself. You got to be about the nation. You know what I'm saying? Like all of this, like I need some of this, but I'm building something for more than just me. You know what I'm saying? I could live in the woods by myself. Really, I don't need much. Like if I was just taking care of me. But a garden is for a community. Eden was a garden. It's a controlled place for a community where the kingdom of heaven is going to be, you know, whatever you call it. It's going to be gardens. Agriculture. That's what a husband is. A husband is not to be kissing your wife's ass. A husband is to the land, take care of the family and the community. So husbandry is. You got the words mixed up. So y'all got the husbands out here serving the wives when the wives is supposed to be serving the husbands. You feel me? You got the shit mixed up. It's okay. If you're being called to do something, do it. Ain't that right, Mr. Rooster? He's telling you, do it. Do it, man. Do it now. Don't wait until you're forced to do it. You get what I'm saying? Yes, it's going to hurt. So does exercising. Anything you do that's worth something involves a little bit of pain. Growing pain, building pain. You're going to be sore. But then after that, man, you're going to be like, hey, like forever. You know what I'm saying? Like you done been through it. So don't be scared to come on through it. You done been through it. Come on all the way through. That's what I'm saying. That's what these updates is about. So I'm sharing with you what I'm doing, getting off the camera. You looked in my ugly mug enough. And yeah, you look rough. I look rough. I look rough, but I know I'm beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call it. I look rough. Just like I'm poor, but I know I'm rich. You get what I'm saying? You feel me? I'm looking through the Android to talk to you. Looking through the tools of Satan to talk to God's people. Like, how is that working? Anyway, come on, man, let's work. Let's work. Because, and you need to do this kind of work too. And you need to change up some stuff. You need to redirect your revenue, what you're spending your money and your priorities on. You need to acquisition land and real commodities. I start with the basics. The basics is food. You're gonna find out how important food is. When they cut off everything else, they let you niggas just go to the grocery store and y'all was happy. They kick you off the job, said, well, you can go get food, and you niggas is happy. I can say nigga, nigga, whatever you want to call it, negro. Y'all was happy. You're happy. As long as you eat. Because that's important. Turn off the food and you'll see how unhappy you're gonna get. Because your instincts kick in. Like you're gonna figure out what you need. So we dealing with basic needs first. We giving up all the amenities because you don't own them. You're poor. But you rich. The kingdom of heaven is in you. The kingdom of heaven is here on earth. Living in hell, waiting to be released. You gotta release it. Yeah. You and me and you, us, we gonna do it. So we got to get it going. That's what I'm doing. That's what this is about. So there, I said it. I think that's probably one of the better explanations. Maybe I wonder sometimes if I'm explaining it right. You think it's just random, spacey areas like, oh, look at the trees. Oh, I'm a tree hugger. No, I'm not. I mean, hugging trees is good for you, but I'm not. I'm not spacey. How you think? I'm not. I've never been. I've always been here, bro. I'm talking about since birth. Like, I've been listening to you motherfuckers think for a long time. You got some fucked up thinking. You know what I'm saying? I've always been here. They're trying to get you out of here, but I'm here in heaven. You hear what I'm saying? I've been in heaven. But the kingdom of heaven is coming on earth. It's coming in a real fashion. And it's coming through you. God chose you a long time ago. Always been what he did. You just you fucked up. You violated laws. You've been in goddamn county. You've been downtown under the clock. Okay, it's time to get out. Hope you learned your lesson. Get your shit together. Let's go. So we need to acquisition, redirect our focus. What we deem is important, and what our values is, because it ain't that green shit, that money. It's good for starting fires. You know what I'm saying? We need real commodities. That's why I was trying to show you and hold you holdings. This is real. When they say holdings, they tell you stock holdings. You holding something on paper. I want you to hold something for real. I want you to have real cattle, real seed, real food, real weapons, real standing on real ground, real controlling real things. And learn how to do it. Because when you have to move, if we had to move, we going to be valid anywhere we go. Learn how to do it in different climates. Learn how to work with wood. Learn how to work with stone. You ain't got to know all the intricate stuff. You ain't got to be like, go through, the man's things of where he segregates your brain, where you a specialist and you can only do one thing. Don't be stupid like that. Be able to do all things. Know how to work with wood. Know how to work with stone. Know how to work with rock. Know how to work with the water. You know what I'm saying? That's what. So wherever we go, we'll be how we was in the beginning and in the end, how we always are. That's why nations always try to capture us, because we got the gold, the masca. I know what you're saying.